Hi guys, RETROCENGO here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna take a look at this Amiga 500 motherboard. Now this video is called Power of the Amiga 500 because I got this board donated for some month ago. I think it's maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that. I remember when I got it, he said that he found this board outside, and that was about 15 to 20 years ago. Outside, under the rain. And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but this board is corroded, it's dirty, it's rusty. It's not in the best condition. I mean, if you look up here, you can see all the rust, all the corrosion, and look at the ports here. It's really not, it's maybe the worst condition Amiga 500 that I have owned. And if you look here, this is from the battery juice. I mean, not the best condition with all this rust, and yeah, nothing that should be with electronics, guys. But you know what? We know that the Amiga 500 is they're just built like tanks. Other Amiga versions are not built as good as this one. I mean, I haven't had that much luck with, for example, Amiga 600s. No bashing, no nothing like that. But I have some capacitor issues and stuff like that. But these ones, they're really built super nice. And if you have some problems with them, you can use the diagram. Most of the times, it's not something with the leaky caps here. Most of the times, it's, you know, dead kickstart, or I have actually had some dead Garrett tips and all, Garrett tips and dead kickstart. And sometimes I should just reseat. Can you see how dirty the Agnes is? Reseat the fat Agnes over here. So this one, I will clean it up. I will wash it. I will try to remove as much dust, corrosion, and rust as possible to save this board. This green corrosion here. Well, this board, as you can see, B52 Rock Lobster. This one is a high collectible Amiga 500 motherboard. This is the Amiga 500 Plus. It says Amiga 500 Plus, revision 8A.1. This one came out when the Amiga 500 Plus was out. And if we look at the manufacturing date, as you can see, 49th week of 1991, 46th week of 1991. So it's almost a 30th week of 1992. So this board was sold back in 1992. It is an Amiga 500 Plus board, but as you can see, it was sold as an Amiga 500. You got only 512 kilobytes of RAM. As you can see, the IC that controls the clock is missing. Also over here, under the audio filter here, these are missing from fabric. And as you can see here, from fabrication, or what's it called, and the battery has never been soldered. As you can see, the battery should be around here, and it's all clean. But it is possible to solder RAM here to have 1 megabytes of chip RAM. This one came with 512, but really easy to upgrade to 1 megabyte. Take off the 1.3 and install 2.0 or today 3.1 kickstart. And you have the newest version of ECS chipset, the newest version of Denise here, And the best part over here, as you can see, the fat Agnes, it's version 8375. So it will recognize these extra RAM blocks that has 1 mix of RAM, and it will also recognize if you sold the RAM here and put in 1 megabyte of chip RAM expansion here. This one will recognize and read it as 2 megabytes of chip RAM under Workbench. This is a great board. So not in this condition, but when you find one of these are highly collectibles because it has got all the nice stuff of the Amiga 500 Plus. It's easy to upgrade, but most of the original Amiga 500 Plus boards has got some battery juice. Now, of course, you can remove it. Of course, you can clean everything, replace the parts and all that, but isn't that just neat to have this board with no battery juice? I mean, of course, we have some trouble from this one, but yeah, it's better that it's over here than it's over here. And I have the original Amiga 500 boards. I have also filmed them that had corrosion over here, half of this one, and these chips, and down here corrosion all the way also under. So this board, after I've cleaned it, I will put it on and see what's gonna happen. I will start by taking off all the ICs so I can check out the legs, check out for corrosion, check out for more rust, bad connections and all that. I will do that in this video, and I think I will also clean this one. As you can see, it doesn't look that good. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it has a lot of corrosion from the battery, but also on the legs here. Don't think this one will work, but I will clean it and give it a try. If it doesn't work, then I have a great friend that actually picks up all this stuff that's dead, and he repairs them and he sells them on eBay and makes some money, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Yeah, so I will start by checking off all these ICs. I will clean this board and I'll be back. I've cleaned the board. It doesn't look perfect, but I have cleaned it enough to be able to give it some power. I have inspected if there are some corrosions that shorten some of the places. I don't know. Around here there were some corrosion and all that, but it seems like it's safe to give it some power. Now, as you can see, all the chips are off, and when I pull them off, I use one of these. Go ahead and buy one of these. It's just peanuts. I don't remember, €1 or something like that. I use one of these. Actually, the only one I can't use this for, you can get this bigger versions. When I want to pull off the CPU, the 68,000 CPU, then and only then I do use a screwdriver, and it's just easy to come in, take care of this little cap, but it's just easy to come in and slide it up. I don't even have to bend the screwdriver, no, nothing. I could just slide this one in and it just pops out. As you can see, I have cleaned the legs. They're shiny, no rust, no corrosion, just something from the alcohol here. But it looks alright. I mean, I think it's safe to give it some power. Now, when you put in these again, as you can see, there's a little marker here, there, and the same will be on the motherboard. As you can see, it's right down here. So do not turn this one the wrong way. I have actually seen Amiga, I think it was a dead Amiga 2000, where the kickstart ROM was turned the wrong way. It gave a black screen and nothing more. I just opened it. I got it cheap, but I opened it, and it was a coincidence. I touched the kickstart ROM, and it was just burning hot, and it was burned. It was just, I think it was dead and all that. So I just turned everything off and let the chip cool down, and I was just positive that it was dead. But then I just took out the kickstart ROM, and it was just burning hot. Cooled down, turned it the right direction, put it in, and it booted up. It worked. So, I mean, these Amigas, they're built like tanks. So now we know the little knob here. It's got the same over here. Then you just gently push this one down and make sure all the legs are correct inside and all that. Now, I have done this a lot of times, but just be careful you don't bend some of the legs. If you do, then just check it out and correct the leg. But if you're not careful, then you can break off one of the legs, then you have to solder or get a new one. So I will put in all these ICs, you know, the CIA, Paula, Gary, and all that, and I will give this one some power. Oh, one thing I just want to show you is this beautiful Fat Agnes chip that I love. As you can see again, it says 8375. Nice. So the way you pull this one off, I mean, some people on some of these boards you have two holes here and you can push them out, but as you can see here, you don't have those holes. So as you can see, it's also cleaned on the back side. Looks nice. So what you do is you don't take a screwdriver and put in here and press it out. Do not do that. I mean, three scenarios. One, it will come off. Number two, you will break here and here. Number three, you will bend these legs with the screwdriver. As you can see, this is just a clean takeout. All the legs are as they should be. Nothing is bent, no nothing. So it's just, you have to see where the knob is. It's just over here, as you can see. Here we got 90 degrees, but here we got this one. Then you just have to turn this the right direction. As you can see, it's up here. So you can't really, I don't know, maybe you can by force, but that's the right direction. Oh, we still have some. There we go. There we go. And it's inserted. Be gentle. Oh, we still have some. Oh, we still have some water, man. Okay, I can't power it off right now. I have to wait till it's totally gone. But I thought it was all dry. But yeah, it had some water in here. I'm really happy I saw that. So I will take that one out and let it dry out the proper way. Then you can actually, if you do something like this, you still have the numbers for all the different chips and all that, but it is a good idea to just take a picture so you know what goes where. Now I have the rest of the ICs up there, and if one of them are dead, we're gonna test it when everything is dry. If they're dead, I have some spare, but and the spares, I have got them donated. I have never destroyed an Amiga. I mean, I could never dream of doing that. I love these computers. So if one of them are dead, or two or three, I don't know, these CIA chips, they tend to die. As I said earlier, the kickstart ROM tend to die. So that they could be replaced, but if the board is dead because of all the rust and corrosion and all that, dirt, years of rain outside and all that. If it's dead, then still I will put in all the ICs and I will donate this board to my friend. And after some time it will come out on sale on Amiga. So you will maybe see this one for sale, repaired with this serial number. Alright guys, I have to let this one dry, so I'll be back again. Alright guys, the board is dry, everything is put back into place. As you can see, the CIA chips, Gary, Paula, Denise, that makes the video, again Fat Agnes, Kickstart, and this CPU over there. Haven't installed this yet because first I want to see if the board even boots, because this one had maybe been damaged by the battery juice. We don't know that. So off with the RAM. And another trick is when you buy one of these Amiga 500s, always, if there has been a storage for 25 years, always start by checking out the battery and then give it some power. I've had some issues with these RAM expansions, so always check them off. Now, I'm using a super nice PSU that I also use on my main Amiga 1200, so the voltage is just perfect. So this is the boom test. I'm just gonna turn the camera just a tad. So what do you think? Do you think it will power on, or do you think it will just blow up? The PSU is in my hand, so if something shortens, I will just turn the power off ASAP. So 3, 2, 1, go! The screen said click. We have gray screen and we have a stock gray screen, but nothing is. This is just incredible. The power of the Amiga 500. Isn't this great, guys? I mean, maybe some of the connections won't work, maybe some of the joystick mounts won't work, maybe the sound won't work, maybe we'll have some graphical errors, don't know. Let's just install a GoCheck drive and and check this one, because I'm just speechless. I mean, after so many years, just a simple cleanup, and this board was outside. It had corrosion, it had rust on it. What a great computer. I mean, I love the Amiga 500. Alright guys, I have installed a mouse and the 512 kilobytes of RAM expansion. I'm gonna see if it works, and I have installed the diagram from John Hertel, and it's just one of the best diagnostic products out there. You just pull out the Kickstart ROM and put this one in. So the reason I just did this is because I just want to see if it detects. As you can see, CPU 68,000, chip 512 kilobyte, and fast RAM 512. So this RAM expansion works. And the next thing I just want to test is IRQ and both CIA chips. And I love this program from John. Thank you, John. This is just great. As you can see, the odd CIA is okay. Now it checks the even. We have 2 CIAs on this one. And as you can see, they both work. Well, we came to the end of this video. I mean, the power of the Amiga 500, this computer is just incredible. just a quick cleanup, all the chips, everything still works. Isn't that just amazing with this computer? Oh wait, one thing we didn't test, guys. One thing, and that was the sound. Let's take that also. Audio test. All 4 channels. That's just great. The sound also works. So I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you'll share this one. And until next time, watch some of my other videos, because this is the power of the Amiga 500. Have a great day, guys. Bye.